Welcome. I appreciate you taking the time to go ahead and explore and learn more about Baker School District's 5J calendar proposal for 2016-17. The first thing I want to mention is our vision, the vision of our board. The Baker Schools exist to be the center of community vitality, eliminating barriers for gratifying individual educational experiences in order to have capable, contributing citizens with character. Part of that vision also breaks down into goals. And so we have four main goals, with the third goal being implementing a calendar that creates robust educational opportunities for students, staff, and the community. The proposed calendar supports various underpinning pieces that help us be successful as a school district and ultimately serve our students in the best manner possible. We would like to have the ability to serve students with individual educational needs by certified staff and community guests on Fridays. Students' needs could include strategic interventions, invitation for specific project work, and then enrichment, enhanced opportunities that are provided either by our staff or community partners. We want to have the ability to have vertical and horizontal collaboration amongst our staff so we can best serve the students that are in our care. We also need to have an ability to have professional development that all staff would attend K through 12. So as an organization, we can teach and learn and implement the things that we value to better serve students. We'd like to have time to discuss in-depth topics, to have dialogue in staff meetings and in other meetings that we have throughout the district so we can better understand how our groups would like to be able to move forward to serve. And then finally, we want to create an opportunity for extended and uninterrupted staff planning and preparation. Okay, the Enhanced Fridays as a generality would include various components. Three basic components. One component would be an 8 to 9 time when staff would have the opportunity within their buildings to organize their groups, their meetings, their opportunities to collaborate. From 9 to noon, we would have times that students would be served, and they would be served on basically 3 to 4 basic levels. One level is a strategic intervention. This would be a group of students that are struggling in school or maybe haven't quite met benchmark because they need a little bit more time on task to be able to get to there. Another opportunity would be invitation. So a staff member could invite students to come in to work on specific reteaching components or possibly project or other types of things that would be of interest. We also would have a choice opportunity, and that would be for grades 7 through 12. So those students would have the opportunity to come in and be able to find the areas in their curriculum or in their work, in their studies that they need additional assistance with. And then we would have enhanced opportunities that would be provided through reaching out to the community, whether it be individuals or organizations, that they could then come in and provide opportunities for our students on Fridays. Partners that could range from OSU Extension to Scouting to Crossroads to actual individuals that have specific skills they would be interested in sharing with our students to enrich their learning. And then finally, the afternoon would be professional development, or at least an opportunity professional development, and preparation time for staff. Okay, one of the things that we need to consider is the length of our school day, just so that we understand our current laws in Oregon require that we have 900 hours, K through 8, of instructional time. Those hours are figured based on the actual instruction. There's a portion of parent-teacher conferences account, and then there's a portion of those hours that apply towards professional development. Currently, Baker School District 5J has 996 hours at Brooklyn, 985 at Haines. Keating has 1,009. South Baker has 1,009. The middle school has 1,040, and then the high school has 1,030. Now, grades 9 through 12, the requirement is 990 hours. So one of the things that we want to discuss and determine is the length of our day appropriate. Would there be benefit in having a little bit less of a day over time? And I liken this discussion to the comments of, if 6 hours of instruction is good, would 6 hours and 10 minutes be better per day? Would 6 hours and 30 minutes be better still? Would 6 hours and 45 minutes still be better? So I think most of us recognize there's a diminishing return at some point for a student and even adults to be productive and actually learn if you lengthen the day. Consequently, I would also argue that if you got to have a certain number of hours too to be effective. But where is that? Is there room that we could have a little bit less time per day, Monday through Thursday? And then considerations, things that we need to think about. Homework clubs and after-school assistance. Those are things that currently staff is providing and the students participate in. So is there a way that we can operate so that those things can still benefit students? The length of the school day, which I've already discussed. What is reasonable for an 8-year-old to a 14-year-old as far as a length of a day for them to be effective in school? We want to have opportunities to meet with parents before or after school on Fridays. Working with community partners and volunteers to provide enhanced educational opportunities. That's something that we would need to build and reach out to. We do have experience and know that with Summer Academy that we're putting together, that we have 8 community partners already on board to assist us with that. So we have some experience and believe that we could get quite a few people interested in assisting us with enriching activities. 5 days a week of instruction. That's a consideration. Should we go back to a model that's just 5-day instructional? Then hours, we want to keep the hours the same for certified and classified staff. And then we're striving to get multiple levels of input on this proposal. Okay, to that end, we're providing opportunities to have feedback. We'd like you to log on to our baker.k12.or.us and go to links and click on calendar feedback. Upcoming board meetings will be February 18th, March 10th, and April 21st is a date that we're striving to be able to make a decision on the calendar for 2016-17. Okay, this is an example of a draft of what the calendar would look like. What you'll see is the calendar is broken into instructional days and then enhanced Fridays. And then some Fridays you'll see that we have, to be able to do our jobs effectively, we have times for parent-teacher conferences and times for grading days so that teachers can go ahead and amass all their grades and get them entered. So there are a few of those days, but for the majority, they would be enhanced Fridays where from 8 to 9 is staff building time, 9 to noon is student time, and the afternoon would be professional development and or preparation for the staff as they move forward. Transportation and feeding the students is also part of the consideration on the calendar proposal. So in this model, students would be given the opportunity through radial arm transportation, meaning that we wouldn't run door-to-door transportation, but we would have transportation that would go from the outer reaches of our district and move in, so that there'd be an opportunity for students to be able to ride and be transported back to those points to assist parents on being able to get students to the schools of their choice. Also, K through 8, we would be this proposal is considering that we would go ahead and feed lunch to the students that came in, and so that we could take care of those needs for the community. I wanted to take a moment to explain our current calendar that Baker School District 5J is on. We've been on this calendar since 2011 and 12, or at least the basic concept of the calendar since 2011 and 12. So in this calendar, we have multiple things that occur on Fridays, but the basis is a 4-day school week with 147 days. Then as you can see that the neon green signifies parent-teacher conference days. The blue signifies holidays, and there's 8 of those. There's 17 open days, which are Fridays that are not required for staff or personnel to be at school on Fridays. But we do offer professional development during those times and pay for those staff that want to participate in those. Then we have 147 tan instructional days, 6.5 staff work days, 9 in-service Fridays, which we do training and alignment of things during those days. The brown is a state in-service day, and you'll see that when the school begins and ends is in yellow. Then we have vacation days, and we have a district day that the administration utilizes to work with staff. And then we do have one new staff orientation day that we operate right before school starts. So this is the essence of what our current calendar is, 2015-16. As you can see, that the Fridays are the change with the proposed calendar would have staff be present on Fridays, and we'd utilize those Fridays to go ahead and work with students in various areas of strategic interventions, of invite, of choice, and of enhanced opportunities for their education.